If you ever feel like life keeps throwing the same mess at you, or just like you're constantly wading through the same messy situations and getting ideas for how to make a change, but nothing ever sticks, there is something really simple that you can do to make sure you're not missing what matters. Because there is always something to learn, even in the most difficult situations. And there is a part of you that's always looking for the lesson. And there are always insights and lessons to be learned, but so often they're hidden behind the noise of the problem or the situation or whatever it is in your life right now that feels like the mess that just won't go away. The answer is in there somewhere, and you probably do notice pieces of it, but sometimes those little pieces slip by before you can really grab them and do something with them. And we can start changing that right now, today. So, the first thing I want to bring to your attention is that we are actively digging for gold here. This is the good stuff. No doubt. We are looking for little nuggets of wisdom all the time here. And I will tell you that just picking up that shovel and digging around with intention makes a connection with the part of you that's always looking for treasure. And that's the first thing you need to do if you're serious about finding that gold. Your brain is a miraculous machine. And as soon as you tell it to go looking for something, for better or worse, it will. But you've got to start by giving your brain the right instructions and the right tools for digging around in there. And this isn't just your everyday shovel for digging around in the mud. You're not trying to dig through everything that ever happened and stir more trouble or pain. You're very intentionally looking for something good. You're on a quest. But the part that trips most people up is that you're still going to have to dig through some mud and some mess to find what you're looking for. And that's usually when most people give up. But I want you to know that there is gold in there. And if you look just a little deeper, just beneath the surface, there's so much more of it. More than you could ever imagine laid out right there in front of you if you could just see it. But a lot of it slips through your fingers because you don't stop for long enough to sort it out and pick it up and put it somewhere safe so that you can come back to it and find it when you really need it. You have to make sure you pick it up before it disappears because that's how it is with so many things. You hear something and it makes so much sense, and then you just go on with your life, and at some point, you probably forget it. And when your everyday mess shows up with confusion or frustration, a lot of it is just noise and mess, but there is usually something in there that matters. And the work is learning how to find that, and not by trying to turn everything into something meaningful. You're not trying to hold on to every thought that floats through your head. You're not trying to keep everything. So you have to learn how to sort through it and how to separate the lessons and what's yours from what isn't. What's useful from what isn't, what speaks to you and what doesn't. And that takes a little bit of practice because most of the time you have to sort through a lot of noise and mess before you find what you're looking for. You're digging, and a lot of what you dig up, you don't need to keep. But every once in a while, something stands out and something makes sense in a different way. Something clicks, something feels useful and true, and that's what you've been digging for. That's the gold. And when you find something like that, you don't just want to leave it there. But that's what most people do. They have the insight, they feel it for a second, and then they move on and it's gone. So when you find something like that, I want you to write it down to pick it up. That's how you put it somewhere and hold on to it. Writing it down makes it real. That's the part that actually belongs to you. That's the part that you can work with. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be one sentence, one thought, one little glimpse of realization. That's what takes it from something that just passed through your mind to something that you can actually use. And over time, those small pieces start to come together. You start to see patterns. You start to understand yourself in a different way. And this isn't just something that I want you to do here. This is something that I want you to take with you in conversations, in reactions, in difficult moments, in things that don't quite make sense. You're always looking for the gold. You're sorting through what's there, letting most of it go, and picking up what matters most. That's the skill, that's the practice. And if you keep doing that over time, you start to build something that you can actually rely on. Your own understanding, your own awareness, your own way of working with yourself. So, as we go through all of this together, don't try to hold on to everything. Just pay attention to what stands out. Keep looking for the gold in every situation. Look for it when you're in the middle of the good times and when you're in the middle of a mess. And when it feels like you're digging through something that's not useful, you'll know. Just keep digging for the good stuff. Sort it all out. Sift through it until you find what you're looking for. And when you find it, write it down and pick it up.